rolling into the hay series. Okay, let's watch for traffic. Alright, so we're gonna head over to the yard here. An old power stroke. So we're just gonna kind of run over a few things, go through an equipment tour, and we'll just kind of get introductions out of the way here. So the nice thing with Ashton Corners here, we do have the option for alfalfa. So we are doing a multiple hay crop. So we're doing regular grass, and we will be doing alfalfa for our 2 hay crops. It's just to kind of have some variety, offer some different things. So we're going to be pulling into the right here into the yard. So the first thing we see pulling up here is a service truck, and I will get into that here. So on top of the hay farm, we're going to kind of do one other thing to generate some income, and we are going to be kind of oil field mechanics as well. So there are 2 gen sets on the back of this trailer that in the next video we will be installing on location. So just to kind of help balance the income with the hay crop. So kind of figure out a monthly income just to add to there. So we are starting out with $25,000, but we also gotta have a $60,000 loan. So and then just to add a little or a chance difficulty, just with Farm Sim, just being that there's no real market. So at the beginning of each calendar year in January, we will be flipping a coin. So heads is going to be a good year, and tails, we will increase the difficulty of the economy. Just to kind of I guess help balance out everything, to have prices for good years and prices for bad years. So which we will also be doing the same thing on the farm series. So I guess the next thing we see is we have a tilt deck trailer. So in the garage here, the first vehicle we got is just an old square body Chevy. So we're going to be using this for running to the shop, getting net wrap, hauling around the slip tank. So this is going to be kind of the field work truck. Behind it, we got our race truck, but we will be racing in mud. So have to build a course, and we can go to an event or 2 throughout the year and do some mud racing. So next to that, we got our skid steer. Yeah, we got the same one on the farm series, but I do have a few cat models, but the connectivity between here and the attachment, it's just, you're raising and lowering, and it just takes a minute to catch up. So, but also in here we're gonna so we have some alfalfa seed in here. We will also be keeping our net wrap in here. So this is going to be kind of, just vehicle storage, and then just, what's the word I want to use? I guess consumable shed. There we go. So we will keep our consumables in there. Then we do have our little diesel tank. So in here is the main equipment shed. So we do have some older 40 series. So we got a 4630. This one's going to be kind of the main heavy horse. So this is going to be doing tillage and seeding and also pulling around the bale trailer. So that's the job of this tractor. The 4050, this is going to be kind of our light duty tractor. This is going to go on the hydro swing and the rake outside. 4455, we're going to have that on the sprayer and on the baler. So this is going to be, yeah, so these two are going to be pretty much our main work tractors here. So we do have the bale collector, but we do have the modified one. Just for, we'll show you in future videos why we got this here. Yeah, we got the smaller John Deere 4035. So it did have the bigger baler, but with testing, it just, if you had alfalfa and hay on the same windrow, it would just go to consuming net wrap. So we end up going with the smaller two of the balers of this model here. So we got our drill. We have a 15-foot hydro swing, which, yeah, we're gonna have to start working hard so we can upgrade, because this does take a bit to get, yeah, I mean 15 foot, it does take a bit. So we do have our sprayer just running over our crops. Okay, we come out of this shed. So we do have the bigger V-rake just to help save on time, because it will collect 3 windrows from the hydro swing. So that does save quite a bit of time. And then between the garage and the cold storage, we've got our gooseneck. We've got a little sunflower just for doing some tillage. And in our cold storage hoop here, in the far corner, just left to right, we have got our trailer when it comes time for spraying. Then we've got a little Peterbilt, and then on that Peterbilt we're using this trailer for more local deliveries, just something to where we can load each side, come up to the yard, offload each side, and keep going, just in case the customer doesn't have time to unload. Just make it quick. And then we've got our payloader next to that. Then besides that, we have this trailer. This trailer is going to be for more bigger hay loads, long distance, or going to get equipment or bringing equipment back. That's going to be the purpose of this trailer here. So, and then we do have some hay bales left over from last year. So we will have to get these sold. So we're going to have to reach out and list them for sale on Marketplace, or call it the sales barn, see if they need any more hay for this year right now. Okay, so let's pull up our map here. So on this map for this series, we kind of doing the opposite of Riverbend. We are using an established yard, but we can modify the fields here. Unlike Riverbend, where we made our own yard, but we're using the fields as how they are. So we're kind of flip-flopping. So over here we got 48, 47, 42, and 40. We combine this into one big alfalfa field. 37 is in alfalfa. 71 and 34 are both in just grass for making regular hay. So we do have a decent amount of hay ground for making hay for now. Yeah, we're just going to have to work hard, get that loan paid off, see if we can buy some other land around the area, upgrade equipment, and yeah, we're going to have to make a lot bigger area to be storing hay at. So And then in the far corner, just to the left of 9, that is the first oil site. So I guess, let's just hop in the rig and we'll just run the trailer over here. So I'm gonna run this trailer over to location quick. So once I get over there, we'll start recording again and kind of show you around location a little bit. Alright, we made it to location. So this is a very basic, simple pad setup here. So, which, yeah, these pumps do get pretty loud. Yeah, right over here is where we're going to be setting up the gen set. So let's just pull the trailer up right next to it, drop the trailer off for now. Yeah, we might need to run around the site, see if we can't find the operator here. Okay, trailer. Alright, let's pull up next to the op shack, see if we can't find the operator. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. We gotta change into our FRs quick. Okay, now we got all of our proper PPE on here. So, let's see where the operator's at. Okay, so our job here is we're pretty much going to be doing maintenance on the pumps, fixing any leaks that we have. So, and then just kind of helping operations with just making sure everything on the site's safe. So we're going to have to check our containments, make sure we don't have any breaches. If so, we'll have to get a hold of environmental. So, yeah, pretty simple, easy pad, but yeah, we can figure out some stuff for this year. So, but yeah, that is going to be the hay series. So we're going to be posting the hay series every Thursday. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the modders out there. I'll catch you later.